The United States has been gripped by protests over the death of George Floyd, who died last week in police custody and police brutality nationwide. Here are 16 crowd control tactics every police agency in the nation should consider deploying. 1. Communication skills. Communication is important before, during and after an event with the media, organizers and crowd members. 2. Team arrest skills. The ability to make a team physical arrest in the presence of the crowd and media quickly and efficiently is a necessary skill. 3. Crowd dynamics 101. Officers present must recognize the dynamics that exist in every crowd. For example, many good people who are followers will engage in a violent disturbance if malevolent leaders take control without being deterred or arrested. 4. Classic crowd control team tactics. Every officer in the nation should be trained enough that they can form, fall into, extend, laterally support, wheel and move with any line, column or wedge under stress. 5. Miami field force tactics. These tactics allow a field force to quickly respond in numbers to mobile miscreants who engage in looting, arson, or beatings, and immediately defuse disturbances and disperse small groups of problem individuals. 6. Dynamic Los Angeles crossbow techniques. These tactics have proven effective against those who would turn a peaceful demonstration into a riot. A trained contingent can explode through a police line to disperse, encircle a group or arrest individuals. 7. Grenadiers. Trained grenadiers should be present and able to skillfully deliver less than lethal or less lethal munitions to specific targets on suspects in a crowd that pose an imminent threat to officers and others. 8. SWAT. Own the high ground and have a squad of SWAT personnel out of sight, ready to mount a quick response if necessary. 9. Mutual aid contingencies. Have a plan for mutual aid in advance, which includes protocols for personnel calling, command and control, major event communication, transportation and mass arrest procedures. 10. Plainclothes observers. Undercover officers should blend into a crowd using their phones to report and document crimes and incendiary behaviors. They can observe, report and identify leaders and violators. 11. Cameras. Police cameras should be well placed, documenting crowd and police actions. Video recordings will not only be evidence in court, but they will also be able to counter-edited truth-bending recordings put out by both professional protesters and the legitimate media. 12. Protective equipment. Some crowds warrant 8-point hats and white gloves, and others require protective equipment. Commanders must have the wisdom to know the difference and the courage to realistically prepare your officers for the challenges they face. 13. Know the recipe for failure. Take one highly trained crowd control team, garnish it with untrained leadership calling the shots, and you will cook up a memorable failure. 14. Detours in designated areas. By the use of detours in designated areas, police protect uninformed innocents from wandering into a volatile situation. 15. Report writing skills. Enough said. 16. Know the law. Do what is right and do what is legal. You will notice that a trained response will look like a restrained response.